At Sukup Manufacturing, we believe that innovation runs much deeper than that moment of creative inspiration where a new product or process is first conceived. Innovation is a journey. We see it as a way of doing business. A continuous pursuit for improvement filled with experimentation, adjustment, and refinement. That's why we're so proud of our 7 AE50 awards from the American Society of Agricultural and Biological Engineers. To receive one of these awards, a product must save producers time, money, and labor. Since our dryer was introduced in 1998, it has been recognized 3 times. The quad metering roll system, the grain crossover system, and the quadra-touch controls have all been credited with providing more efficient grain drying and more consistent moisture control.
Once we bought our first continuous flow, we knew they had something. Dakin Ag is our dealer, and he gives us really good service. So, you know, the combination of good service and good equipment, that keeps you coming back.
This is our second Sukup dryer. We had a 20-footer. And we just wanted to increase our capacity, so that's why we went with this double stack here. Because all farm operations are growing. We like to dry the corn. I think it's good money spent drying the corn because, you know, field loss is unmeasurable. So, and we went back to Sukup because our service out of the first was just phenomenal with Sukup. You know, you can call the company and you talk to somebody. With the quadra touch, you know, it tells you everything you need on there. Plus, like I said, we had the other dryer, so we're kind of familiar with it.
Our first continuous flow dryer was 2000, and then we bought one in 2003, and then last year we bought the stack dryer. They've got more capacity. The other 2 we have are just singles, and we wanted more capacity here at this location, so we went with the stack dryer and basically doubled our capacity. The Sukup senses moisture. The other dryers sense temperature, and you know, we don't sell our corn based on temperature, it's moisture.
I think on the year we averaged probably 21 or 22% moisture across the board coming out of the field. You know, there's times where we'll go from one field testing 17 and hop into another field testing 22, 23. So it was able to handle that. So this has really been a step up for us. Basically just from the ease of operation.
It's pretty self-explanatory. That's the thing I like about it. If it shuts down, it shows what the fault is, you know, on the screen. So that's the nice thing about it. That's the first thing you see when it shuts down. It tells you what's the matter with it. So, you know, that's the beauty part of it. It's been wonderful. It's made drying corn easier, a lot easier for us. So the other dryer was good, but this thing here makes it simple. And to me, you know, it's some of the best money we've spent around the farm. Is this dryer right here.
When we were looking for a new dryer, we were looking for something that was user-friendly. We wanted to be able to go to bed some at night, and something we could get up in the morning and see that everything was all right, you know. So we that was our main thing, something that my wife could run. It was user-friendly. I don't hardly run the dryer much myself. My wife and I both farm here, and that's her responsibility. She dries most all the grain, so maybe you need to ask her about that.
My name is Penny Vickers, and I'm from Sacramento, Kentucky. It's very, very easy. The computer system will tell me exactly what I need to do and where to go. I just don't have any problems with it at all.
I'm Tom Howard. We're here in McLean County, Kentucky. Yes, what we replaced was a batch dryer. And when we went to a continuous flow dryer, we had to do a little more work on the legs and upgrade the system. It's a much better system. We got much more capacity than we had, and we're not holding the combine up now. We can keep up for combine, and has helped us a great deal. The company has bent over backwards to back it up, and they've done what they said. Seems like the people that I've seen with the company, they're all good people, and they're all concerned about the customer and trying to service the product, and you know, they're not just salesmen. I think they aim to keep you as a customer down the road. At the farm machinery show the year before we bought the dryer, we already had the dryer ordered, and they wanted to meet the president of the company. And I thought, well, this is odd, because most of the time John Deere don't want you to meet the president of the company. But anyway, they introduced me to Mr. Eugene, and Mr. Eugene wanted to know what I was buying and all this and that and other, and he pulled out this card and handed it to me and said, here's my card, my phone number. Said, if any of the company people, I got under me, said, if you have any problems, said, you call me. I said, you serious? Yes, sir. Said, I'm serious. Said, I'm going to call you at 6 o'clock in the morning and return your call. But he said, I will get back with you. But their company people are good enough. You don't have to call him.
But we're just trying to get good equipment because my son's is going to be farming for decades, and we want stuff that's lasts, like the bins that my father put up in the early 60s. We still use them. So he chose good quality equipment for our benefit. He's gone now, but we're still using what he chose. And so I'm hoping to do the same thing to my sons and grandsons. Sometimes you need a little extra beef in something to get it to last those few extra decades.
As we expanded and have bought some more farmland, we needed something to dry corn a little bit faster. And so we got the 12-foot continuous flow Sukup dryer from Charlie Griffin at Griffin Farm Machine. The good thing about the QuadraTouch is I can get my dad or any of my help to actually start the dryer through a simple phone call. And so they can actually call me while I'm running the combine, and by simple direction with the QuadraTouch they can get it started for me, and I don't have to worry about it. Yesterday morning, the first things that we do with, I'm sure every farmer does this, is in the mornings we check to make sure the dryer is emptied out, and then of course we go to the field. We service our combine and get everything running for in the morning. Then we started harvesting, and my dad had called me and said, hey, do you think I should start the dryer? And so I said that was a good idea, and so through simple direction of him looking at the QuadraTouch screen and me telling him what buttons to push, my dad, who is not computer savvy but a smart man, was very easily able to start the dryer up. And so I didn't have to leave the field to come mess with the dryer.
When we had the batch dryer, it was a lot of man hours put into that. You could never leave. You had to stay there continuously. If you got any sleep, it was very short. We didn't have a lot of time away from the dryer. But with this dryer, it is so much easier. I can go into it, program it, be very comfortable with the moisture that is coming out of it. I have very little variation. We have gone into a field where grain will be as much as 30% in one area. It may be actually down to 20% in another area of the field. The dryer and the manual together walk me through that enough that I can adjust and have perfect grain come out. Good quality grain, beautiful grain in the bin.
We dried 400,000 bushel of corn through that dryer last fall, and it averaged 23.6%, and we averaged 1.37 cents a point. We're on natural gas and three-phase power, of course, so that's about as cheap as inputs as you can put through it, but we couldn't believe it because at the elevator they were charging 4 cents per point, one elevator 5 cents a point. Actually paid for that dryer in the savings.
We put up a Sukup grain dryer, 24 foot, and it's worked really great. We got the control in one room, building not too far away, and it's just really nice. While you're unloading, you can check on the dryer, see if it's running out what you want to, and keep a check on it without having to go over there to the grain dryer. Worked good after it taught us what to do. We know how to work it now, but it's pretty simple. We just had to learn a few items. It was different to us, but it's pretty simple. Well, we run it with the full heat and then put it in bins and cold it, but it was so quick that when we dry again, we're going to try, heating and cooling at the same time and then just run it in the bin. We think it'll be able to keep up with us.
One of the best features is a computerized drying system. Essentially, you can set the moisture, the outgoing moisture that you want, and it'll be right on the button day in and day out. After using this drying and air system for a season, I simply wouldn't be interested in anything else.
I have a lot more freedom now than I had it with the batch dryers. I don't have to be here at every moment
like I said, the Sukup, they put quality product out, a real good quality.
With Mr. Eugene's number, I always got that number if something don't work.